Hey everyone, I just wanted to share something from God's Word today. It's a crazy time that we're living in, and I think a time that's showing us that we can't trust in anything but God for our strength. So the big idea of what I wanted to share with you is God is our strength, and we need to look to Him above anything else. So in 1 Samuel 30, we see a story about David, and 1 Samuel is like one of my favorite books. The narrative in it is so good. So if you have time today, even just put on the audio Bible and read 1 Samuel 1 and all the way through the end of the book. So 1 Samuel 30 starts off with David and his men reached Ziklag on the third day. Now Ziklag is where David and his men were staying when they were staying with the Philistines, which is kind of surprising that they were staying with the Philistines because they're Israel's enemy, but he was with them for a long time actually. And so David and his men reached Ziklag on the third day. Now the Amalekites had raided Ziklag and the Negev. They had attacked Ziklag and burned it. They had taken captive the women and everyone else in it, both young and old. They killed none of them, but carried them off as they went on their way. When David and his men reached Ziklag, they found it destroyed by fire, and their wives and sons and daughters were taken captive. So David and his men wept aloud until they had no strength left to weep. David's two wives had been captured, Ahinoam of Jezreel and Abigail, the widow of the Nabal of Carmel. Now, just think about this. They're in a situation where they don't know what happened to their wives. Like, how do they know if they're still alive or if they got killed or what's going on with their children? And they're in this situation that just came upon them. Now, David, he has some fierce warriors. He has some soldiers that have amazing abilities. But in this situation, he can't trust them because they're talking about stoning him. They're talking about killing him. And normally that would be a great thing to look to for strength, these amazing warriors. But in this situation, David has nowhere left to turn but God. And we see that David was greatly distressed because the men were talking of stoning him. Each one was bitter in spirit because his sons and daughters. But David found strength in the Lord his God. And that's the big idea that I want to share with you. In this time where the stock market is going up and down, if you have stocks and that's what you find your hope in, that's what you find your security in, is having money, this time can be a great time for you to think about, like, am I finding my strength? Am I finding my hope in that? Or am I finding it in God? If this is a time where your employment is in question or you're a business owner and you don't know how you're going to pay your workers, let this time be a time where you find, I can't look to all this other stuff to find my strength or my hope in. I need to look to God. So in this simple message, just I want you to pray about it a little while and say, God, in this crazy time, I have nowhere else to turn, and I'm realizing it, and thank you for this time. Thank you for this time to recognize where I'm putting my hope and trust in other things, and let me put it in you instead. So use this time. Let it not be a waste of time with the coronavirus, but use it as a time to recognize things in your life that you're looking to more than you're looking to God for hope. So thanks for letting me share. We're praying that you're just have everything that you need. And if there's any prayer requests, I know so many people here would love to pray for you. And thanks for just being a part of our body.